I'm back. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let It Fly on Fridays. I'm back. 12 February 2021. Let me just once again thank everyone. You guys in the comments, it's been fabulous. So I'll give you a little synopsis. So I'm doing fine, everybody. Thank you. But I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. Vacations are underrated. I have never taken off more than maybe a week from work in, I don't even know, 25 years plus. And now, finishing up the second week of vacation, where this week, I have actually enjoyed myself. Everybody here has gotten some love. I've just been tinkering, cleaning up things, straightening up things, working on some videos. I've got two coming up. One of them is the very first Versus challenge. The second one was a dry video because I finally, after 2 weeks, it's finally been above zero. Went out to make a nice video yesterday. My four-legged kids haven't been out. Got to enjoy a whole day outside yesterday and ruined all my video. I'm still gonna release it, but what was meant to be more of a scaled down RC driving video, it's got nothing but dog legs in it. So, still gonna do it. So now with some news. Now I'm gonna tell you, and you guys will go back, we had the competition between the Tamiya tow truck and the Cross TC6 truck. Now the Cross truck won. All you guys would rather have seen the TC6. But as situations go, I hadn't pulled the trigger on a $1,300 truck just yet. Cross had to one-up me. So if you haven't seen it, go check out the Cross. They've got it on their Cross Facebook page. But it is the Cross FC6. It seems that these last two trucks, the TC6 and the FC6, are both Oshkosh trucks. The TC6 was the big 5-ton truck. The FC6 is a medium tactical vehicle. Excuse me. But whereas the TC6 has a big heavy duty, not more of a scale suspension, the FC6 has a more off-roadish suspension on it. So it's just been announced. They say it's supposedly released, but I can't find it for sale anywhere to get a price off of it. But it almost seems like I'm going to prefer the FC6 to the TC6. So we'll see. On to another, it's not new release because I'm behind 2 weeks. But for you Element guys, now I've got the Element Sendero, which is an excellent truck. There's the Trail Walker, and I do have the Trail Runner. Trail Runner IFS, not all that fabulous. More for scale than performance. I tried it on my little course I made for the Versus Challenge. and it doesn't do very well at all. But this new element, it's got the same faux Dodge body on it, because it looks like an 80s Dodge to me. So it's got the cab on it. It's got a cage on the rear. It's taken elements, joke, from the other elements. So the original Sendero, big problem was the front and rear bumpers. So they took the Trail Walker and used its bumpers. It's got different wheels and tires on it. And it's made out of, Element has two different kinds of plastics. They had the RTR plastic, and then they have a heavy duty plastic, they call it, or a more robust. That truck, that is, until the flagship came along, that was the Element Sendero was my primary truck for going out and doing crawling. So I haven't really experienced a problem with it, but, really nice looking body. Elements are really inexpensive if you want to get into crawling or, trail runner, you want to get in a more scale vehicle. You really can't go wrong with Element. They're part of Team Associate, so they've got a lineage. But for the prices of those vehicles, you get a lot. And the overdrive that comes stock on it, that's something else I did to the Element. It's got the nearly 12% front overdrive now. So we're going to see how that performs this summer. Moving on, he is not a small channel by any means. You guys, if you're into the semis, if you're into construction trucks, he just did a video on 2 of them. Hobby Concepts, Bob over there. If you want to see some detailing up a storm on semis, you really need to go check him out. I've taken this opportunity to catch up on videos I haven't watched, and wow, some of the stuff he's doing and some of the stuff he explains is just, there's a lot of technical stuff on there for working with radios and whatnot. Excellent. But moving on to videos, I am just gonna have my ass chapped by this. I have caught up on videos that were a lot of live videos that I hadn't watched at the time, so I come back and catch up on them. Some of these live videos, I swear to God, why are you making a live video? If you're just going to talk to yourself, or if you have a guest on, you're just going to talk to him the whole time, ignore your commenters who, they want to ask you questions, they want to ask your guest questions. You get 20 comments, you answer 1 or 2 of them because you're just jaw-jacking in the background. Wow. But I will have to, Josh over at Harley Designs, this is so perfect. So every Friday he does some sort of build video. His wife sits in with him and she reads the comments. He can work on what he's doing. He can talk. And she's reading almost every single comment. It's excellent. So some of these live feeds, I swear, some of these people, you need to get someone to read the comments to you. If you're going to get so distracted from what you're doing, bring someone in to help out. You can keep working and they can read the comments to you. Just an idea. All right. So now I have to touch on some other items from the Versus Challenge. So a lot of you have requested the 802, the 803, and the 602. I'm going to tell you right now, for the crawler trucks, I don't do any real, pre-checking. But with those trucks are not designed for as big as this course is. They are just dropping down into these ruts and just getting stuck. So the 602 doesn't have a ton of ground clearance. We might be able to do something with that. But the 802 and the 801, they have such limited suspension. When you get them in that kind of cattywampus condition, they're getting stuck. And the 802, 801, I've got my locked rear ends on it, but I haven't done that to the 803 yet. So maybe we'll have to run those out to the last. Give me a little more time, because I've got all next week. I got a couple days where I'm doing some side gigging, and I'll try to get to those trucks next week. But I've already got one video for the Versus Challenge. I'll probably make a second one this weekend, and then next week I want to get at least 2 of them done next week, because we've got 7 of them. I think there's 7 on the list. Stretch it out for a few weeks. But just to say, I'm going to try to get those up and running to include them, even if it's just going to be a fail video. Because one of the requests is just the 803 by itself. Another one is the 802 and the 602 against each other. So we'll see where we go from there. See if I can make them a little more functional. But my initial trials have failed. And in that first video, I'm going to explain the rules that I made up in my mind on how that's working. And let's go to our small channels. Steve Flask, you might have seen him on the channel before. He has now got his channel up and running. The Indigo Creek Trading Company. And his first video is pimping out a little World War II real Jeep. Excellent job. It's got weathering and whatnots in there. Some of his insights and some of his channels that he likes to go to. So Indigo Creek Trading Company, go check him out. Now, I went back in my notes, I couldn't find, but Jay Sinista Productions, Mr. J, who helped out with the Christmas trucks, he has got, first of all, his editing and setup that he's got going on is beautiful. But he's bouncing all around on different vehicles right now. So go check him out. If I didn't tell you before, I'm sure I did, but I've managed to catch up on all of his stuff. In general, when you guys that have channels on the page, I try to get to as many as possible, but I swear to God, there's something weird with YouTube right now. And I'm getting notified, a day or 2 days later on some of your videos when they're coming out. So let me know in the comments if any of you have noticed that too. That it's just weird. I have my notifications set for all videos that you're putting out. Why is it taking a day or 2? And then some of them come and they're like 1 minute ago. So I'm going through, catching up on all my stuff, and that's about it. except for my shout outs this week. Once again, to all my new subscribers, all my new viewers, thank you for coming by, getting to know you, start seeing what the channel's about. That's what my Friday video usually is, my rants and raves, new stuff, so I don't get off topic when I'm doing a specific video. But if you've commented in my comment section in that week period, you get a shout out. So here they are: RC Crawl, Paul Dorff, Mr. Brushless, Pezapoo Hobby Shiz, Steveton RC Guy, Boo Nazar, JB, oh man, I forgot, Jag Vilhelm, Jammin' Jim 42, Off-Road RC Addict, Jack Jones, Big Chungus, and those RC guys. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for commenting. You know, hey, for the limited new news that I'm finding, because I know a lot of you, there's not for 112, 114, semis, military, there's not a weekly amount that come out, new products. So let me know in the comments on the Let It Fly video if there's something you've heard about. I'll do some research on it and rant and rave about it. If you're a small channel, let me know so I can check it out. You know, and I'm going to tell you, not all channels are something I want to sit and watch. So we can enjoy conversing on this channel, but you know, say you're reviewing Matchbox cars, not something I'm gonna go watch with any kind of frequency. If you're looking at toys, yeah, I'm not doing toys. You know, if you've got an RC site as a small channel, let me know, because I've gotten a lot of these off RC channels, and let's just stick to RC. So I'm back. We're gonna be back to doing regular Fridays. My list was short because I've just been doing a lot of work. I'm sure I missed some things in the last 2 weeks, but thankfully I didn't have to miss you guys, because you're here and you're in the comment section. So once again, thank you, and stay tuned for the Versus Challenge videos, and I'll see you on the next one.